Hey guys, it's Chris here. Welcome back to my channel. Also, welcome if you're new to my channel. Also, be sure to hit the like button. Also, be sure to share this video and hit that red notification bell button. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. Now, you will see me eating this delicious Thanksgiving meal food here. Oh, also, by the way, happy Thanksgiving. So now, I'm going to tell you about something that happened to me recently. So, anyway, I'm on the Walmart website, one day, just, looking at a few things. And, I said, these prices seem reasonable. And all of a sudden, so I placed an order, who was a third-party seller, by the way, which is the third-party seller marketplace on Walmart's website, on their app there. And I was like, okay, whatever. That's fine. And all of a sudden, I hate to tell you this, but next thing you know, so everything's fine. They say, order was shipped. I was like, all right, so I'm looking at the tracking, and all of a sudden they were like, okay, well, now your order's delivered. And I was like, really? Okay. So I look at it, and I'm like, I look at everything with the tracking, and I was just like, why is this saying delivered if it wasn't delivered? So it was marked as delivered, but wasn't delivered. Okay. I said, and I would also know the difference whether or not if it was delivered. So, because I do have a video doorbell camera to prove whether or not if it was delivered, and it was not delivered. It was marked as delivered, but was never delivered. And I was like, that's strange. So I contact the third-party seller. It's good. That turkey. Got some ham here, too. So anyway, I contact the third-party seller. All of a sudden, I don't hear nothing back from the third-party seller. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. And then, all of a sudden, so I was like, I'm contacting Walmart because this is ridiculous. And I contact Walmart, and they were like, all right, you know what, no problem. We'll just give you a refund. I said, okay, that sounds great. So, I get my refund. Walmart also told me, you know what, don't worry about this problem. They said, we're going to file a complaint with the third-party seller, and they're going to be removed off the third-party seller marketplace off Walmart's platform, where they will not be allowed, this one in particular, will not be allowed to sell on there again. So needless to say, I got scammed. Yeah. So, if you're going to place any Walmart orders, especially through a third-party marketplace, just be careful, because you don't want to get scammed like I did. That was horrible. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. Why would you mark something as delivered and then not deliver it? That does not make sense to me whatsoever. Right, it's all good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. The third party had nerve to scam me. Mm-hmm. So, makes sense why I'd be pissed, So, that's not good. That's the whole story on that. But yeah. That our price seller had nerve. To scam me like that? Oh. Oh. At first, some Walmart person that I also had spoke to at one point almost didn't want to give me my refund. I said, oh, no. I don't think so. You're going to give me my refund, and that's going to be that. So, I was really persistent until I got it. I said, oh, no, you don't understand. And they're like, oh, well, it was delivered. I said, no, it wasn't. And I said, you know what? I said, no, I'll prove to you it wasn't delivered. I said, you know what? I'll do a video call with you, and I guarantee you. I said, so if you don't want to do a video call, you don't want proof, I said, you know what? Here, you know what? I'll send you some pictures to prove that it wasn't delivered. I got my refund. I won. I knew I'd win. And so, see? And you know what? I said, first of all, if the item was delivered, and second of all, the delivery truck would have pulled in, the delivery driver would have got out and set the package down and took a picture. Now, I mind you, one, there was no delivery driver to set the package down to take a picture, and there was no picture. So therefore, that's how I knew it was a scam. But yet, so the item was delivered. Okay. They told me that my address was not matching of what they had on file. I said, that's a bunch of bull. I said, because let me tell you something. I said, this delivery, and I actually know the person who does the deliveries to my house. I've seen them deliver to me before without a problem. And I was like, wait a minute. Now all of a sudden there's a problem? I don't think so. So, yeah, that's... I just can't believe it. No, it's just horrible that had to happen. So, a public warning, just be careful. Or you'll be scammed like I was. I'm not mentioning the third-party seller's name. I just literally annoyed how it all went down in the first place. But anyway, I don't know why this third-party seller wanted to scam people for in the first place. So if you're going to place an order on a Walmart website or app like that, make sure the item says sold by Walmart. If not, don't order it. Plain and simple. So, that's all I could literally tell you about that. Oh, and... Alright, I'm going to finish the rest of this, but not on camera. It's just that's the whole story on that. Of how it went down and what had happened. Oh. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway. No. Oh, hold on. Oh, there it is. What the hell is going on here? Alright. So, like I said, that's the whole story on that. Just crazy. How a third-party seller has to pull a stunt like that. Especially on holiday, you know? Well, I really don't got much else to say, but I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.